What's going on, everyone? John here from The Real Talk, back again with another review. And that is for Alita Battle Angel, which was directed by Robert Rodriguez, starring Rosa Salazar, Christoph Waltz, Jennifer Connelly, and Mahershala Ali. So, this movie was in development hell for the longest time. I remember looking at websites like ComingSoon.net and MoviePhone back in like 2003. And yeah, it was in talks with James Cameron, and he dropped out and all this stuff. Basically, rewind. Oh, fast forward to 2019, we got the trailer last year, and I was honestly underwhelmed. I was kind of like, you know what? We've seen this post-apocalyptic type of movie before. The visuals look stunning, but it didn't do nothing for me. I was like, and that I felt bad because I was like, Robert Rodriguez, James Cameron, and something like this movie, like, it's been in talks. I was like, I should be excited, but I wasn't. But this movie got, early advanced screenings and stuff like that, and I actually could have gone to one of them, but I was like, I kind of didn't feel bad not going because I was like, But I'm going to tell you guys right now that this movie blew my expectations out of the water. This movie was awesome. And I think the first thing I have to say is Rosa Salazar as Alita. She was incredible. She was phenomenal. And she kicks a lot of ass. And the reason why I said this in my Twitter, in my tweet right after I got out of the theater, I want to see more of this world. I want a sequel ASAP. And normally I don't say that at all. But I feel like they did an incredible job with her story, and the characters around her, and also the world. But this movie did have its cliche moments, its cheesy moments, and just predictable storylines and stuff like that, and story plots. But anyways, like I said, I will kind of end this little segment right here saying, look, go watch this in the biggest screen possible with the best sound, because it's like a summer movie in February. So, with all that being said, guys, let's dive into a little bit more of what I liked. All right, so Rosa Salazar as Alita, she was incredible, like I said. And first and foremost, I feel like she was the perfect choice to play a character like this. And I kind of didn't want like a big name. I was thinking about that. I was like, well, what if like a big actress or more famous actress than her played this role? I think we would have seen the actress more than like kind of like, let's say Jennifer Lawrence would have played this role. We would have seen her more than Alita. And I feel like that was perfect casting in that scenario. But anyways, so what I love about the movie is that this, in the trailer, we kind of say, oh, well, this movie's about this girl who's kind of like a warrior and she knows how to kick ass, but she doesn't know anything about her past. She doesn't know this world she's in and everything like that. So that's kind of the selling point. But what I love about this movie is that after everything gets revealed at a certain point, no spoilers, I won't say anything, you still want to see her story continue. You still want to see what happens next. And usually that's the climax of a movie like this. Right when you see the character, her past or his past revealed, that's the climax. There's an action scene, boom, everything ends happily. And that's it. Not in this case. And I feel like Rosa Salazar did an incredible job. I can't wait to see what she does next in her career. And like I said, I want to see her again as Alita. So like I said in my Twitter reaction is that this movie had a fantastic world and characters to build off of the main character. And it's cool to see that this movie kind of, for me at least, kind of overcame the struggles that some of these post-apocalyptic movies have, is that they're trying to introduce us to these main characters and also trying to connect us to them, but also this whole world and how this world got like that and everything like that. So with Alita Battle Angel, the audience is Alita, and we're finding out about the world as she is. So I thought that was really cool. And the characters like Christoph Waltz, he ends up being this kind of like, I don't know if I should say, but he ends up being this badass kind of character as well, but also there's like another world of that, and there's other people like him, and that just that whole, all I say was like bounty hunter type of stuff. It's really interesting, and I feel like, again, with these type of movies, that's what I kind of have a hard time buying, like this world, and I feel like Alita did these characters right, and also this world, and like I said, it makes me want a sequel. So like I said, this movie is like a summer blockbuster in February. And to be honest, the action in this is incredible. It's nothing groundbreaking or revolutionary, kind of like something like the gun fu was in John Wick. We have seen this type of action before, but something like, again, like Rosa Salazar as Alita, she's kick-ass. So a lot of, especially her personality as well, lends to well for action and fighting and just these chases and stuff like that. It's really great as well, and especially in Dolby Cinema. It sounds like I'm kind of like, hey, go watch this in Dolby, but I saw it in Dolby Digital, and it was incredible. So go watch this in the biggest screen with the best sound possible. You will not regret it, because the visuals alone, the action is great as well, but the visuals alone are beautiful. They're breathtaking. There's some amazing shots, and just like they're pushing the boundaries. Obviously, it's James Cameron, so they're pushing the boundaries of CGI and what's real and what's not. So it's incredible to look at, and that's something that I really, really dug for Alita. So like I said, this movie is not perfect. It does have its cliche moments, its kind of cheesy moments, and predictable moments as well. Like towards the end, there's this character that kind of, they decide to go one way with him, and then they kind of go back on that, but then they ultimately go the same direction. It's like, what, you know? And I feel like the ending was kind of like, okay, we had this great premise, this great second act, and this is going to be like the ending. I feel like it was kind of a bit just rushed, and there's some things that are kind of just left, you know, okay. But I will not say that just takes the movie down. Like I said, everything else I just said about the movie, you know, it kind of, there's more good than bad, and the good outshines the bad, so that's really great. So like I said, I highly recommend this movie. Again, it feels like a summer blockbuster in February, so that's great. I feel like 2019 has been a divisive year so far, but here comes Alita Battle Angel saying, hey, you know, hold my beer or something like that, let me take care of everything. So I feel like it's just introducing us to the summer season in a great fashion, and yeah, highly recommend it, especially for this weekend. If you guys have nothing else to watch, go ahead and watch this again in the biggest screen with the best sound possible. So but if you guys have seen the film, let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. If you guys want to follow us outside of YouTube, you guys can at The Real Talk with 2Ks on Instagram and Twitter. You guys can also find us on Stardust, just at The Real Talk. Until next time, we'll see you at the movies. Peace.